What's going on YouTube? Cloverbells here, back with another Series 11 team fixing video, and today we're going to be looking at a Zekrom team that was submitted. So once again, this is part of a tier 2 perk for our YouTube membership program, where you, the viewer, can build the team yourself, do all the EVs and everything, and then submit it to me either on Twitter, on Discord, and then I'll take a look at it, and then I will optimize the team on what I think is best based on what the meta is currently at the moment. All right, so if you are interested in doing team fixing, again, this is a tier 2 perk, then feel free to message me on Discord, and also click the join button on the YouTube channel, and that'll allow you to join the membership program. Tier 3 is team building, where you and we build a team from scratch, and then we test it out a little bit on Showdown, and then we just literally do all the EVs, items, and movesets from scratch. So that one we build together. That is a tier 3 membership. But again, this is tier 2. So yeah, let's just take a look at this. This was a Zekrom team, and we're gonna look at how he or she built the team. So looks like there's a weakness policy on the Zekrom. So we are a physical set, along with support from the Comfey to activate the weakness policy from Draining Kiss. Okay, that's relatively standard. There is an Incineroar here. Good Intimidate and Fake Out pressure from the team in general. Kartana is also pretty good with it. There is Leaf Blade, Smart Strike. Okay, so a relatively standard Kartana set with the Assault Vest. There's also a Grimmsnarl on this, so double fairy. With screen support, and then there's a little bit of speed control with the scary face tech, so that's cool. And then finally there's a Rotom Wash here with ally switch. All right, and also the Comfey has ally switch, so we have double ally switches here. Okay, yeah, cool team. I think there's a lot of pieces that make sense, but then there's some other pieces that I think we can change a little bit just to make the team a little bit more consistent and better. I do notice there is Will-O-Wisp on the Incineroar. Since we have a Rotom Wash, wouldn't it just make sense to put Will-O-Wisp on the Rotom Wash and then give Incineroar something like a dark move like Darkest Lariat, Snarl, or Taunt? I think that would have been better. Because I believe Rotom Wash gets Will-O-Wisp, so you might as well just have done that. I do notice that the Kartana is max attack. Holy cow! Yeah, I would have did it a little bit another way around, where we give this thing some SPDEF. But okay, the Comfey is a bold set with Draining Kiss floors. Okay, so that's a relatively standard Comfey set. So here's the thing. Okay, I know we have a Grimmsnarl on the team, and I know we have Incineroar on the team, but we don't have any dark attacks. So I don't know how we're supposed to deal damage right back to the Calyrex Shadow. I mean, yeah, we can get Trick Room up, get speed control with the Comfey, but other than that, it's not going to be easy for that matchup. We have something for Zacian, but I think we need a little bit more than just the Incineroar. The Kartana can help a little bit. I don't know what the Rotom Wash is supposed to do on the team. I think the purpose of it was to try and help deal with the bulky water types that you might see in the meta, like Lapras, Blastoise, Tapu Fini. But even then, I feel like you just die to something like a Rillaboom here. I think we can do something else with this. And other than Trick Room, we don't really have too much speed control except for Scary Face. I think we can do something a little bit stronger. And all in all, I don't think we need the Comfey and the Grimmsnarl. I think you're going to have to do one or the other. If you're going to do Comfey, then you're going to have to get rid of the Grimmsnarl. If you're going to go Grimmsnarl, then you have to get rid of the Comfey and then put another item on the Zekrom. So yeah, I think I have an idea of what we're going to do. So we're going to swap out the Grimmsnarl here. Because the viewer wants the weakness policy on the Zekrom. Fine, we'll stay with what the viewer wants. We'll keep the weakness policy there. So we'll go with a Zekrom Comfey strat. All right, so the Rotom Wash I don't think we'll need, so we'll swap that out. And Kartana, I have another idea with the Kartana, but Incin stays. All right, so now let's just go back into Pokemon Showdown and we'll retool the team. Alright, so since we're sticking with the Comfey, let's just go ahead and reveal that animated GIF here. There's the Comfey, and we are going to keep Incineroar on the team, but we are going to change some of the sets and EVs, so we'll put Incin right there. So again, the thing with Zekrom, right? You're going to struggle against Intimidate spammers like opposing Incineroars, opposing Landorus. Landorus is a big problem here, and just in general, like Zacian, if they run play rough, we're in big trouble. So we need a way to fix the team where we can take care of those weaknesses. And the best way to do this is, if you're going to run Zekrom Comfey, you have to go special Zekrom, I believe, right? So instead of physical, we'll go special, and they won't know until we Dynamax and hit him with a certain move, right? So we'll go with Rising Voltage here. We'll go Draco Meteor, and then Earth Power. Okay, and then this will give them an indication when we do Max Quake that, oh, this is a special Zekrom. My Intimidators do nothing. So I feel like this is the best way to do it. Alright, Comfey is relatively standard. I think we do want it to live one attack, so I think we are going to put the Focus Sash on this thing. And I'm not a fan of Ally Switch ever, so we're going to remove that and put something like Helping Hand. Okay. The Incin, alright, so that's gonna go, and I do like Fake Out in the second slot here. Parting Shot is good. I think we are gonna go the Snarl route. Actually, no, we'll go Taunt. We'll go Taunt on this one, and I'll tell you why. So I'm still thinking, actually, Taunt or Darkest Lariat. I think they're both fine. Let's just go Darkest Lariat. I think it's okay. So you can go Darkest Lariat, you can throw Chop. Actually, I'll change my mind one more time. I think Throw Chop is a little bit better, just so that we can stop opposing Incineroars for pivoting and going for their own Parting Shot, right? So I understand the logic with Kartana. You get a Grass type, you get a Steel type, you have a Dragon, a Fairy, and a Steel, but I want to go the other route, because let's get a little bit consistent with the Comfey here. Let's have another mode where if we click Trick Room, it's not just for Zekrom to outspeed. First of all, we're not going to go max speed on this. Let's go the other way. Let's go with the other brother. Let's go Ferrothorn. Okay, I think Ferrothorn is very, very good in terms of this set. So let's go Leftovers here, and then we'll do an Iron Defense Body Press set. So let's go Leech Seed, Iron Defense, Body Press, and Protect. Okay, so at least this way we have a late game Trick Room mode where Ferrothorn can potentially 2v1 opponents here, and, you know, just make it very difficult for the team to get rid of. And again, so we have something in the back when Comfey clicks Trick Room, right? So I think it's relatively better. Now let's just get a water type here. So instead of the Rotom, I think we can go Suicune here. This is going to be good in the Kyogre matchup, right? And instead of this, okay, so Safety Goggles, well, we'll put this on the Incin, and then I feel like the Citrus can go on the Suicune here. And of course, we're going to go Inner Focus. So Intimidate not really going to affect this team so much, because Ferrothorn doesn't care about Intimidate because of Body Press. Incin is, alright, Incin, and then Zekrom is special, and Suicune is also going to be a special attacker. So I think we could do Tailwind, Scald, and of course, we're going to go Snarl in the last slot here. I do like Icy Wind. I think Icy Wind is relatively cool. Gives us another ice move, another speed control mode. So we got Trick Room, we have Tailwind, so Tail Room team with Icy Wind, so I think that's pretty good. And then finally in our last slot here, so Dragon, Fairy, Steel, that's our core. We have a Fire, Water, and a Grass core as well. So we got the 2 cores on the team, so that's going to give us good flexibility when we try to do defensive pivoting. Now in terms of the last slot here, I think we are going to go with the Landorus. I think Landorus is relatively good here. Okay, so we have double Intimidate. We got Fake Out. We have Speed Control here. So, you know, I think it's pretty consistent. And we are going to go Life Orb here. So this is also pretty good. And then finally, we'll just go with a standard set here. Earthquake, not Earth Power. Fly for Max Airstream. Rock Slide for Max Rockfall, and Protect. Okay, so normally you like to see me run a Lumberry set on the Landorus, but I usually do that with a Redirection Mon just to help set up the Swords Dance. But since we don't have any redirection here, so I feel like the Life Orb, just to get that extra damage output, is going to help. And we do have the Comfey for Helping Hand, so that's also it's almost like a Swords Dance, right? So to speak. So yeah, I feel like having a flying type with max airstream is important, especially when you have Zekrom here, because you know opposing teams might want to go for max quakes like a Groudon or a Landorus, so to say. And if you go for max quake in Zekrom, Zekrom's not going to want to take that. So if you can pivot out into a Landorus, which is a flying type, now they just waste their max quake. So I think this is pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fix up the EVs and then, you know, just see what we can optimize in terms of speed tiers. And then we'll take a smaller look at some of the damage calcs and then some test battles. So let's just go ahead and get right to it. But before that, let me just reveal the GIFs. So there's the Incin. We got the Comfey out. We got the Ferrothorn GIF. There it is. And then we'll have the Landorus, and then there's the Suicune. So again, that's our team. So now let's just fix up the EV spreads. Alright, so let's take a look at Zekrom first. So we are a special Zekrom, and I think the best way to do this is to go modest here, just to maximize his damage output, because, you know, although the physical attack of base 150 is relatively strong, 120 is pretty good too, but we still need to like maximize it so that way we deal as much damage as we can, because our special attack stat is not as good as our physical attack stat, but again 120 is still very, very good. I think for speed we're just gonna go, instead of 112, let's just go 113 just to outspeed some of those speed creepers, because what 112 does is a few things. First of all, 112 after a +1 will outspeed base 100s by 1, and what it also does is it'll ×2 under Tailwind outspeed Calyrex Shadow. So 112 is a very important mark in VGC, but we're gonna outsmart those VGC plebs, and we're just gonna go 113 here. So now we're gonna outspeed the speed creepers, as they say. All right, so we got 20 points of investment in the speed. All right, and then for special attack, we're just gonna straight up just max it. I feel like that's really the best way to do it here. We just want as much damage output as possible. I mean, yeah, we can go to like an EV bump here. Where is it? Like 176 to, you know, 156 investment. I think we can do more with a restricted here. So I think we're just gonna max it out here. So that's fine there. And then for the HP mark, I feel like we can just go 124 here just to optimize weather damage, because 191 divided by 16 is 11.9 if I want to say. I always do this calc when I do my division. Yeah, it's 11.9 something. And what that does is when there's weather on the field like sand or hail, you're taking damage per turn 1/16 of your HP. So you want to optimize that, because 11.9 rounds down to 11. So if I push the threshold to 192, now it's a perfect 12. Now you're taking 12 damage per turn. We don't want that. We want to cheat the system, go 191, make it 11.9, and then it'll round down to 11 damage per turn from Hail Chip. All right, and then from here, you see we still have 112 EVs. So we have 112 EVs to work with for the rest of our bulk. And we're just going to go 60 in the defense and then 52 in SPDEF. And I'll show you what this does when we get to the damage calc section. But we've basically divided our leftover EVs into our bulk. And that's kind of how you have to do it in VGC sometimes, right? You got to go your speed tier EVs first, your damage output, and then your bulk. All right, and then from your bulk, is there something specific you're calculating for in terms of damage? That's when you adjust the bulk even further with the damage calculator, right? But I'll show that in a second. Let's just finish off the EVs for the rest of our team. Landorus is the easy one. So what we're going to do here is we are going to go Jolly here, and our speed tier that we're going to hit is going to be this number right here. So 149, what this does, 149 after a +1 airstream. Again, this is another benchmark. It's going to outspeed Calyrex Shadow, but we want to outspeed the speed creepers. So we're going to go 150. So now we're faster than those speed creepers. All right, so there's that for the Landorus. And now from here, we just want to optimize our Life Orb chip. So we're just going to go to 169 here, because remember, Life Orb, you take 1/10 of your HP per turn. And what you do now is you push this to 169. So 169 divided by 10 is 16.9, which rounds down to 16 damage per turn from your Life Orb. Because if I go to 170, now I'm taking 17 points of damage per turn. You don't want that. you want to minimize that, but still have a little bit of bulk on your Landorus, right? So we put 36 HP investment there, and then the rest, honestly, we just put it in our attack right here, 252, and we have 16 points left to play with. Honestly, I just do it like this, where I can get the special defense to an even number, so this way I optimize my max quake 1.5 bonus when I click it. So we got Zekrom, we got Landorus. Comfey's the easiest one. We're just gonna go a straight bolt set here, just 252, 252, and we are Sash, so there's nothing crazy there. And we got the moveset here. Yeah, they're fine. So next, let's look at Incineroar here. So I don't hate the careful Incineroar. I think it's very, very good. 156 is also a good benchmark, and he's got 84 speed investment here. So this way he's at 91 speed, so he can outspeed Turbo Shroom. All right, so this is a very standard Incineroar set. You know, I don't even have to touch this. But I'll tell you one thing that I do like a little bit more. So what we're gonna do is we'll just drop this to 76, the first bump in the careful nature, right? See how I go to 130 and then 1 point, boop, 132. What I do want to calc for here is this. So if you do this, if you have a little bit of defense like this, you can survive Zacian close combat when you drop it to neutral after an Intimidate. All right. So I think that's worth calcing for, because Zacian always has that fighting move, whether it's Sacred Sword or close combat. Either way, you want to be prepared. So we have it calced for, and then the rest we just go into speed here. I think this is good because I like faster Incineroars on a Trick Room team, because that means your parting shot goes last. So if he's clicking party shot, he's going to go first. He's going to pivot out into something strong like his own Zacian. All right. Then we parting shot, and then we get out because we're slower in Trick Room. So our parting shot goes last. So I always like a faster Incineroar on a Trick Room team, just for that reason. All right. And then finally the Ferrothorn here. Well, no, we still have the Suicune, but Ferrothorn here. We're going to go relaxed natured here. All right. So 0 IVs in the speed. And what we're going to do here is just maximize our defense because we're a body press set. And then just go all the way up to 178. And then a little bit in the SPDF, and I'll tell you why when we do the damage calc. But this is our Ferrothorn set here, so very, very hard-hitting body press. Suicune, again, we're gonna go with our Series 10 set, and if you've been following me in Series 10, you already know the Suicune set we're gonna go for here. So I think we're just gonna go 114 here, just so that we're faster than Zekrom when we click Tailwind, right? So there's our Suicune speed, and we're just gonna go second bump here in terms of our Suicune. So here's 163, and then one more point, beep, 165. So we skipped 164. Again, if you don't know what EV bumps are, feel free to comment in the video below, and I'll once again explain what EV bumps are. Anytime someone asks me in the video, I always commented, so if you want to go back and take a look at what I said, go for it. But if not, just ask me what EV bumps are and I'll explain it. And then from here, we're just going to go a 92 in the defense. And again, I'll explain what this damage calc does. But if you've been following the channel for a while, you already know what it is that we're doing. All right, so let's just go. What did I put? I put careful. No, I meant calm. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we can just do it like this. And then my last point in special attack. So yeah, that's our Suicune set. And again, I'll show the calcs what this does in the damage calc session. But yeah, we got the Landorus, we got the Suicune, we got the Ferrothorn, Incin, Comfey, and Zekrom. All right, so let's just make this paste here. All right. And yeah, we're looking at this right now. I kind of like this at the moment. So now let's just show some damage calcs. And now after the damage calcs, we'll test it out a little bit on the Showdown test account. So let's just go straight into the calculator. Okay, so let's just take a look at Zacian for a second here. So now when we look at Zacian, when I say Zacian, I mean the Zacian calc for Zekrom. When we're doing this here, let me just maximize this a little bit. Yeah, there's my screen. We do want to live the fairy move, right? So as it stands, Zekrom doesn't stand a chance, even if it's just a jolly set, not even like an adamant set here. Play rough is just going to kill Zekrom. But again, we got two Intimidators on the team. So if we pivot one Intimidate, we drop Zacian to neutral with an Intimidate. Now we live the play rough. All right, we go to 95%. He procs my Weakness Policy. All right, and then we can just smash him real quick with a special attacking move. So something like an Earth Power set. So I'll just put +2 here and goodbye Zacian, right? So that's pretty good. What about Landorus and Groudon? I feel like those are the two big ones that we want to take a look at. So let's just look at Landorus first. Let's go standard Lando with 252, 252. So again, Earthquake, it's going to do a lot. Max Quake, obviously. So Max Quake does a lot of damage. Again, this is a jolly Landorus here. But if we pivot our own Incin or our own Landorus here on the opposing slot, we drop it to -1. We live the Max Quake. Actually, very, very comfortably, we live the Max Quake. All right, and then that procs our policy. And then if we go to +2 here, we could almost kill it with a +2 Draco Meteor. That is insane. All right, and of course, if we are Dynamax, then it just dies. So that's a very cool calc to know, because then you could just pivot your Incin next turn and just click Fake Out, and the opposing Landorus is dead. So I like that a lot, to live a Max Quake from a Landorus, so that's pretty good. What about Groudon here? Let's go Citrus Groudon here. So the thing with Groudon, again, so Precipice Blades, at least you know that it's not going to kill you. If it's just +76 Adamant Groudon. I don't know too many Groudons that are max attack. If you are someone that runs max attack Groudon, I need to know your name in the comment below. There's no reason you should be maxing that attack stat for Groudon here. But yeah, anyway, if you Dynamax this, Zekrom dies. But again, if you Intimidate it, you do live the Max Quake with not too much problem. But again, it's going to do a lot. It's going to do a lot. But we do live, and you know, we're still okay, even if we're Dynamax, right? We're fine. It does less than half, so we can take 2. All right, especially if it's Intimidated, and then we get a +2 boost, and we just do big damage with a Whirlwind, and then we drop it to -1 again. I mean -2, and yeah. So we're living the Groudon calc. We're living the Landorus. We can live the Zacian play rough. So those are the big reasons why we have a little bit of defense bulk. If you even take it away, you probably still live it. Right, you probably still live it. Yeah, you do. But you know, it's always good to have it. And you know, we've already maxed our attack stat, so you could dump it in HP if you want, or even SpDef. But I don't think it's necessary. I think just having a little bit of defensive bulk is good, especially in a best of 3 tournament where they don't know your calcs. So yeah, it's always handy to have. All right, so now let's take a look at some of the others. All right, so this is our Suicune calc here. So with Suicune here, again, the main 2 calcs you want to live is Rillaboom and also Regieleki. So with Rillaboom here, with the Miracle Seed, Adamant 252, just the strongest Rillaboom. You live the Grassy Glide with 5% remaining, and then you're okay. We put the Citrus Berry on it. I know we have safety goggles here, but still the same item in terms of what we're trying to do. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. But you get the idea that, you know, this was just from a previous set that I was using, but it's the same EVs. But yeah, we're living the Grassy Glide, so that's the main calc there. Regieleki, all right, let's just go standard here. So Timid Magnet, we live the Timid Magnet Thunderbolt, so that's important because then we can get up our Tailwind, and then you can kill the Suicune all you want. I got my Tailwind up, then I just bring in Zekrom, and we'll just win the game from there. So that's the other main calc here. I don't think we live the Max Lightning. No, we do not. So don't count on that one. But at the very least, you know, you can live the Thunderbolt, which is the main reason why we have the calc. And then we know the speed tier is just for Calyrex, Shadow, Speed Creepers, and then the rest is just in our bulk. So yeah, pretty cool Suicune calcs there. And again, that was from Series 10. Still relevant in Series 11. So yeah, now let's move on to the others. Okay, so the main calcs for our Ferrothorn is against Incineroar, believe it or not. So this is Incineroar. Again, Flare Blitz, it's going to kill. But again, if you have a +2 Iron Defense from the Body Press set, look what happens. So we know it kills, and Body Press can almost kill. Not quite, but once we get a Body Press up, boom. This is a guaranteed kill on an Incineroar that is not Impish, right? If they're careful, which most of them are, and even if they have a little bit of defense like I do, just to calc for the Zacian close combat, you still die. About +2 body press from the Ferrothorn will kill. And I even maxed it out, right? I even maxed it out. So definitely great to have. And then Flare Blitz doesn't even kill, right? And then you can start just spamming Leech Seed on that thing, clicking Protect. But yeah, you're fine. You'll kill Incins. And what about like Zacian Close Combat? Hold on a second. Let's look at that one. Zacian Close Combat. Even without this, do we live it? We actually can live the Zacian Close Combat. I have 178 actually. Hold on. Yeah, it was 178. Yeah, we can live the Zacian Close Combat here, so that's pretty cool. 6.3% chance. Yeah, it's fine. So that's pretty good. And then if we have the +2 body press, again, it's doing a lot to Zacian. He can't really do much about it, and it's pretty much 3-hit KO, right? Because we have Leftovers Recovery. So really cool Ferrothorn calc here. So definitely take advantage of it if you're going to be using this mon against Zacian teams. So yeah, one last calc to show off, and then we'll use we'll show it on some sample damage battles. All right, this is the simplest one that we have here. Again, I said it before, this Incin calc, we are still careful in nature, but we still have enough defense where if we intimidate the Zacian to bring it down to neutral, we do live the close combat. All right, so I just showed it to you in the damage calc here. So yeah, pretty cool calcs for the team all around. Just some of the more important ones. Are there others? Yeah, I think so, but that you'll find out more when you play the team, right? So at the very least, we have the important ones down. So now let's just go ahead and take a look at some sample battles. All right, so now we're just gonna take a look at the sample battles here with the Zekrom team that we made, and we're going against this was a Kyogre matchup with Toxicroak here. So he has a similar team makeup that I have. He's got the Lando, Incin, and Suicune. So 3 of the same mons, and then he has his own restricted. So let's just see how this plays out. I feel like if I just get my own Tailwind up, I can win the game. I do like Ferrothorn in the back for an endgame option. So yeah, and then he's got 2 main physical attackers. So I think Incin does come here. All right, so here we go. I do get Zekrom, and here's my Suicune. So there's the Amoonguss, and there's the Landorus. Okay, so the Intimidate, again, doesn't matter because we're special Zekrom, and he probably could either redirect and set up his own Swords Dance, but the goal is to get the Tailwind up and be fine. But in case he doesn't go for that, in case he does get greedy, I'm just going to protect my Zekrom, have him proc my Policy with the Max Quake, and then next turn I can outspeed, because then I'm just going to go for either a Tailwind or even an Icy Wind play. So we let play start. So let's see if he maxes. He does max the Landorus. I click Protect, anticipating the Max Quake. He actually goes for a Rock Ball. I don't understand why he did that. But either way, I go for the Icy Wind. It's good chip on the Landorus. The Amoonguss didn't click Rage Powder. He clicked Spore instead. So yeah, all right. I mean, that's fine. Now what we can do is just spam this Landorus with our Incin in the back with Intimidate. And then our Zekrom is still okay because now we can outspeed. Okay, so now here we go. We're going to just get in our Incin, Intimidate the Landorus. Just to reduce that max Quake damage. We're going to max our Zekrom. There's the Rage Powder finally. We Worm Wind. Now the Landorus is -2. And there's that max Quake. And we take it very, very well. And now we're in a commanding spot because now our Weakness Policy is activated. So now we can either remove the Amoonguss or even potentially remove the Landorus here. But again, I am going to click Fake Out on the Amoonguss here. He probably clicks Protect. That's exactly what he does. And then I click the Wormwind on the Landorus. It actually lives, so that's very, very interesting. I'm going to say that might even be an AV Landorus, because I'm surprised to live a +2 Wormwind from a Zekrom here. All right, there's the Max Quake. He does go into Incin. Again, it's not going to do anything. Oh, yeah, he did have a Spadef boost, so I guess that's why he lived. But then there's the Kyogre. That's fine, because now if you can just remove the Amoonguss, we're good. There's the Rage Powder, and you did see me pivot my Incin because I knew the job was done. I wanted to keep it for later in the game. Alright, so there's the Landorus again. So I do want to protect my Zekrom here. I don't want it to die just yet. And I'm going to take a chance with my Suicune here. Just to try and wake it up. So he actually protects the Kyogre. I thought he should have attacked there, to be honest, but maybe he probably thought he wasn't faster. But again, I do go into Incin here. just to try and get my Suicune up. I do sack it to the gods just in case he does go for it. He actually goes for Ice Beam to try and kill the Zekrom here. He didn't go for any Water Spout. I thought Water Spout may have killed, but maybe he didn't want to take the chance. But anyway, I do go for the Snarl just to weaken the Kyogre. I do miss, so that's unfortunate. There's the Toxicroak, so he probably did that anticipating the Fake Out. There's another Protect on the Kyogre, probably not wanting to take the Snarl. But I do get my Tailwind up, so I have the Zekrom endgame if I need it. But yeah, now he clicks Fake Out. I do go for Snarl. I miss again. That's 2 misses. And there's the Water Spout, I believe. Yeah, so down goes Incin. That's fine because now I get the free switch into Zekrom. And again, Suicune is just champing it out here. But yeah, the Kyogre can easily click Protect, which I'm sure he does. And then I read that and I just went for the Earth Power on the Toxicroak slot because might as well. You could have easily switched that into Landorus, but he doesn't know I had it, right? So now here comes the Landorus. Again, Intimidate spam is not going to do anything to Zekrom. Here's my final Tailwind. I missed 3 Snarls. I mean, I don't know. So down goes the Toxicroak, and here comes Kyogre. So simple play here: protect Zekrom, get Tailwind up, and then hope Zekrom cleans up from here. So there's a protect from Kyogre. We knew that was coming. Landorus goes for the Earthquake. Suicune will champ it because Suicune is beyond holy. And there's the Tailwind play. And again, we finally connect on the Snarl and the Kyogre, and there's the Rising Voltage. That's all the damage I need because I still have Ferrothorn in the back. And there's the Ice Beam. So here we go. Here's that Ferrothorn endgame that we talked about, right? So again, Snarl just to keep neutering the Kyogre, and we've killed the Landorus instead because he protected. But yeah, another Snarl. Now it's just a formality at this point. Ice Beam's not going to do anything. And I didn't need to Leech Seed, but you know, I did it anyway, just to be safe. Again, I just protect the Ferrothorn just to meme a little bit, and the Ice Beam does nothing, and there it is. Suicune, Ferrothorn endgame, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done. So let's take a look at another battle. So this one's a pretty standard Lapdog team. So he's got double Genie, and then he's got Lapras with the Amoonguss here. So we're trying to take advantage of the Regenerator bonus behind screens, and of course there's Zacian. Zekrom once again does look pretty good here. It's just the Landorus that you have to be aware of, but again, I think we're fine here. So there's a Lapras, there's a Zacian with it. I'm gonna go Zekrom and Comfey here just to do as much damage as possible. So I very much anticipate either a protect on the Zacian or the Lapras. I do want to get rid of the Lapras potentially. The Zacian, I know I live to play rough even if I Dynamax when I Dynamax. So yeah, I'm just going to go straight ham here. He goes into Landorus anticipating the Max Lightning, but I do read that, and I instead go for the Wormwind, just to at least reduce the Zacian attack, right? So there it is. We killed the Landorus. The Zacian actually had Swords Dance. That was interesting. So my Wormwind strat doesn't really help me there in terms of trying to make the Zacian weaker. We do remove the Landorus though, and now this Lapras is a sitting duck. And there's not too much he can do. Alright, he can Dynamax it, sure, I guess. Zacian protects. I'm not going for that thing. I'm just going to go straight for the Lapras, and it dies. A +2 Zekrom Max Lightning kills G-Max Lapras, and there's the forfeit button. And now let's go into our last battle here. Okay, so this is a Yveltal Metagross team, and he's got, this actually looks like I was going to say a Series 10 team, but he's got the Fake Out brothers with the Suicune. Then there's a Klefki for some apparent reason. I couldn't tell you why. Probably screens Klefki. But again, Zekrom Comfey looks pretty good here. There's the keys, and there's the Metagross here. So he's going for Thundercats stuff here. But again, I don't care about the Metagross. The Metagross can't really do anything to Zekrom unless it has max Ice, or I mean, it does have Max Quake, but don't proc the policy and you're fine. Just get rid of this thing. I don't even know what the Klefki is supposed to do here besides screens. So he maxes the Metagross, that's fine. I'm gonna max the Zekrom here. I'm gonna proc my policy on the Zekrom here, and I'm just gonna go straight for the keys. Goes for Reflect. There's the Quake, so he thinks I'm physical. But there goes the keys. So nice Reflect there. And there's the Suicune. So now he has no Landorus pivot, so I can just Max Lightning this and it's dead. But there's the floor healing. There's no Snarl, so now he figures out that I'm special. But again, +1 Zekrom is still very, very strong. So he has some Spadef boost here. But that just kills the Suicune. Remember how strong Suicune is. The fact that he had a +1 Quake boost and I'm just only +1 as well. That just shows you he probably didn't EV his Suicune correctly. Because I don't know how that kills, but it killed. Or Zekrom is just that good. But yeah, now he just has an Incin. Oh, we're just going to, you know, just click Max Quake on the Incin. The Comfey can't do anything. There's the Steel Spike. You can kill the Comfey all you want. The Metagross can't beat the Zekrom here. Down goes Incin. Zekrom is just dominating here. And again, there's the Ferrothorn. Here's the Ferrothorn. He does click Earthquake. He does crit, but because we have the fence investment, we live the Earthquake. All right, and now Rising Voltage does so much damage. That's all we need. Ferrothorn just wins this game from here. All right, Protect. Earthquake does nothing. Ferrothorn says haha, and then Body Press, and he didn't even bring the Restricted. So yeah, there it is. So relatively another easy game for Zekrom. So yeah, that was the team. So I like how it plays out. You got the Zekrom Comfey here, and you saw the value of Suicune, which snarls and tailwinds. Very good against Kyogre, and Ferrothorn just comes in the back, cleans up with those Body Press Leech Seed games, and then Incin and Lando, they do what they need to do when the time comes, right? I don't think we brought the Lando in any of the games, but that's okay. You're gonna need it against Sun teams. But yeah, it's I think it's overall a solid team. I think we improved it from the version that the viewers sent me. So yeah, if you think you like this version better than the original, let me know. If there's other changes that you think we should have made, also let me know. But yeah, I'm down to make a rental code with this and try it out after I use my other 5 rentals that I made in the previous rental code video. So check that out. But again, this was a tier 2 membership perk where you submit a team to me and I try and fix it with EV spreads, and then I test it out on some test battles on Showdown, and then yeah, and then here's the paste. But yeah, just message me on Discord if you're interested. We'll be back with another Series 11 video. Have a good one.